Hello, welcome back to our 54th day of sketching together. It's Monday, July 13th, 2020, and I hope you had a great weekend and that you got out yesterday and enjoyed the beautiful, beautiful weather. Last Friday, when we last met, we worked on paper dolls, or at least I did. So I'm going to show you what I created for my paper dolls. And like I said on Friday, I said I might glue them in my book, and I did. So here are my paper dolls, and I just had a lot of fun with creating them. So the first one I created was this guy here on the end. Then I created what looks to be like a tiger. Then I created what looks to be like a woman right here. And then this one was more like puzzle pieces, lots of different random shapes. And then this one, that was the kind of cut off end of my paper dolls. This one really, I wanted to have it kind of transition from being that more human-like character to just shapes and design. So I hope that you created some paper dolls and that you had fun with them as well. I spend about, another 20 minutes. That seems to be my typical, spend another 20 minutes on art making. But if we can get into that habit of putting art into our lives, whether it's the art of music, the art of writing, the art of visual art, or sculpture, or for some of you, it's fabric art, it's weaving, it is crocheting and knitting and all of those different kind of mediums. Whatever it is, if we can incorporate that into our day, our mental health is so much stronger, and I believe that then holistically we are so much stronger and healthier and feel alive. So I hope that you're finding that that is true, incorporating that time, etching out that time, carving out that time in the day for you and your art making can make such an impact on your life. It gives me purpose. And what I have found is that I become a stronger artist every day. And I've said that before, I know that, but it's true. I look at the work I've made in the last almost year here at Oakwood, and I think, wow, every day I'm becoming a little bit better. And that's not to toot my own horn, but to say that I am becoming better at seeing, at listening, at pushing the bounds of my creativity, this endless creativity when I have to sit down in front of the camera and think of what next. What am I going to make next? And what I find is that the possibilities are endless. They're not always the greatest ideas or the best idea that I could have come up with, but that I can generate a lot of ideas. And I know that's true for each of you. The possibilities are so very limitless. So I hope that that's what you're finding. Okay, this week, July 13th through the 17th, we are working in 3D. Now, you may have things on hand and you may not. So if you want to take that 3D idea I'm going to present and go back to your sketchbook, excellent. Then sometime when you come into the studio, you could make one of these things that you had an idea for. So please do that if you want to. Okay, so today's theme is we are making a time machine. Now, what does that mean? Who knows what a time machine is, right? It takes us somewhere else in time. And so I have used this wood box, and I'm going to show you up close. It says the time machine. I like the idea of ransom notes, and that they are created in lots of letters, and that they're meticulously, someone has spent a lot of time cutting out all of these letters. So I wanted the machine to be just like that. So the time machine, and it has a little latch there. When I open it up, there is a boy and a girl, and they have wings, and they have this connection. So there's this wire connecting them, and it says here, soulmates. And then over here, it says important history, and then it says mi amor, so my love, and what else does it say? Moments, and time is running out. And then I put all of these gears in here. Well, there are some gears, there are some screws, there are some pieces, I don't know what they're from. But I put those pieces in there, and they don't do anything. This is a broken time machine. There's even a spring in there. There's a bunch of rusted parts. There's a rusted screwdriver head in there. There are lots of different things, and this time machine just doesn't work. Like most of our time machines, we can't go forward, we can't go back, even though we dream to sometimes. On the back it says, will you turn the corner or keep heading down the same road, or be content to travel in the same circles? What's over the next hill? Will you go the next mile? So while I can't jump in this time machine and oh, there's one more thought. Aren't you just a little curious? I sure am. Just a little curious about where this time machine could take me. So while I can't get in this time machine, I can't go back to being younger, I can't go forward and know what the future holds. I can change the patterns in my life. I can change my ideas and thinking, and I can grow, and I can learn, and I can make decisions that are going to make me happier and healthier, and take those risks that are asking, aren't you just a little curious? So that's one take on the time machine. So I encourage you to create a time machine, whether it's on paper or whether it's in the 3D realm. I pulled a couple of things out. A box. If you have a cardboard box of some sort, you could make your time machine of that. Fill it with images. You can draw on it. You could fill it with like a time capsule, all the things from the past or from the past months or year or something from childhood. Or maybe this is a like a DeLorean from Back to the Future. Maybe you're going forward to the future. Maybe that's where you're headed. Wherever it is, fill it with those things, those messages, those hopes, those things that would be different if you had that time machine, and see what happens. Another box I have is this little one here. So boxes can be used as little time machines. You could use paper as time machines. Here I have one I've made out of, I wouldn't have called this initially a time machine, but that's what it is. It's 2D, it's map. It's about a choice and going somewhere or staying right where you're at. And so time machines are like that. They give us this choice, like, are we going to stay where we're at, or are we going to dream big and live in the past, or move forward into the future, into a whole new realm of a new way of being? So just different takes on that time machine. So think about, what does a time machine mean to you? If you had one, what would it look like? What would you build it out of? What would you make it out of? And would it work? Like mine does not work. It is not functional. It looks kind of cool. At least I think it looks really cool. I'm really happy. I love to work. For those of you who haven't seen my sculptures, I haven't shown a lot of my sculptures, but I love to work in rusted metals. And so I've talked about Dr. Evermore from up near Sauk City. His art park is filled with rusted metal, and I just love that. So it looks cool. I left the wood natural here. I've been successful, I believe, in making time machine that doesn't want to close now, a time machine sculpture. But in terms of working, it's probably not ever going to work. But it's really me. I'm the time machine, right? I'm the one who can make those choices. I am the one who can change how I think about something. And I'm the one who can appreciate, like, right now, and making changes if I don't appreciate it right now. Like, what can I change to make myself happier and stronger and healthier? What can I do to be the best me I can be? And that is a hard journey. That is so hard. And it would be so much easier with a working, functioning time machine, because we make lots of mistakes in our life. They lead us to who we are today. And yet, we only learn by doing. And then still sometimes we don't learn, or I don't learn. So take that idea, that concept of a time machine, play with it, see what happens, see where it can take you in your art making, and see what kind of idea you come up with as a time machine, and how cool and funky it could be to be a time machine, and what message it has to give to you. Okay, thank you so much. I will see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day and happy art making.